just bought the coolest mod that you could buy for literally any car, and it's an intake, and it's going to make a whole lot of turbo noises. So stay tuned for later in this video. We're going to do some before and after clips on what the brand new intake sounds and some turbo noises.
Alright, so Hunter went with the CTS Turbo Intake. It's kind of more,
It's more of like a temporary intake.
Yeah, it's more of a budget style intake that he wanted to go with to start. Alright, so here are all the pieces laid out. We have the tubing here. I still don't even know exactly what that's for. Hunter knows what that's for. The intake, this is a 4-inch, is that what you said?
Yeah, this is a
4-inch intake.
4-inch intake tubing. I think it goes to a 5-inch cone. Or much even larger.
You can see the inlet piece down there too. We have the sides of the so-called box, and then we have the cover. But Hunter's opting for no cover because it looks cooler with the big ass cone. So yeah, we're going to get some before and after videos of the intake with the stock box and this box, because according to Hunter, that sounds insane. This is before the intake. As you can tell, you cannot hear absolutely nothing. Alright, first step is putting the box together. This is going to be the bottom plate, and we have to fill in with all those little screws.
A lot of little screws.
I don't know if you can tell how tiny they are, but we got to fill that into all of these little holes into the sides right here. So we're going to put that on really quick. This is what the box looks like when it's done. We got all of the tiny little screws in on the box. Thing can't focus for its life. And that's what it looks like.
Those pliers need the channel locks.
Alright, so Hunter got all the rubber pieces installed on the sides here, as well as the front, or I guess not the front, but both sides, and that piece right there is installed. So next step is removing this hose clamp.
Seven years later. Alright, that's definitely loose. This one. I'm not sure how loose it needs to be loose, but we'll just crank it all the way. I'll crank this one all the way. I'm assuming these don't get used anymore, so they're so annoying to work with. There we go.
Alright, so we took that part off so that it'll be easier to kind of manipulate moving things around. Next up, we're going to unscrew all these torque bits so that this piece will come out. And that's pretty much unclamped, so you just have to take that off, and you have to remove this as well as the one back there. So we're gonna do that, and we'll cut back. Alright, so we got the intake box out, and the hardest part was getting this evap hose. Out. The side going into the what is it, the turbo inlet?
What's up?
Is that what it's called, the turbo inlet?
Yeah.
The side that goes in the turbo inlet, which I already forget what side it was, you just have to wiggle out. The other one that goes into the box.
Oh, intake manifold. Yeah, it goes into the intake manifold.
Intake manifold? Whatever. The one that goes into the box is a lot more of a pain in the ass. So we jammed screwdrivers in it and kind of like pried it off. But got that part out, so now we're working on putting the grommets into the new box. Alright, right, so once you got the grommets in this, now we're gonna take on these two pieces here. It's a 7mm for.
I believe it's a 7mm.
It's really hard to see, but there's a plate back here that.
Oh, absolutely not. That might be the T25.
Which we lost. Yeah, T25 somewhere down in there. Okay, yeah, we're gonna work on getting those two things out, and we'll be right back. All right, now we're putting on the inlet pipe.
Are we doing this in the correct order of events?
Yeah. CTS says that's the next thing you put on.
Honestly, it went on a whole lot easier than I thought it was gonna.
Hopefully that's not over tightened. Cool. On to the next part. Let's put put the inlet on, which we just did. Next up, let's put the brass elbow, which you did. Now it's putting the cone on the actual tube. All right, so we got the tubing off of this. It was a pain in the arse, but I'm gonna insert a clip of a hilarious video of us trying to get it off. This is what we sorted to get this fucking thing off. Okay, is that not like closed? Alright, so we put the tubing there, and now we're wrapping up the evap line. Alrighty, so we got everything in. Everything else is pretty straightforward. It took some manipulating to get that hose clamp on, as well as getting that bracket in the back to fit. We actually had to bend it a little bit from how it was welded. But yeah, everything else bolted in. That was smooth, the evap line. This connection was good. So we're just gonna button everything back up, and we're gonna get some POV driving, outside driving, and some revving for you guys. You can definitely hear like it's sucking the air in basically. Yeah. Alrighty, we are in the car, and we have a mic hooked up to the engine bay. So we are going to what are we doing? We're gonna do polls inside the car first with a mic hooked up, and we're gonna hear some cool noises. So starting the audio. I can hear the turbo noises from in here. What? I said I can hear the turbo noises from in here. Yeah. Alrighty, so we're gonna be doing an outside POV this time, and we're gonna try and get some turbo noises from outside the car. See if we can hear anything. That'll be it for today's video. We got the fifth mod done to the TTRS, but I think this is like the first in-depth video we did on the TTRS. So Hunter has, a lot more plans for this car. So stay tuned and subscribe to see more of it. But other than that, I will